Hello students. Yesterday we had our lesson, which was the form, meaning, and function lesson. And in our lesson we took the types of conditional sentences, of course using if. So we have here these types. We talked about conditional sentences in general and that there are two main clauses. We have here the if clause and we have also the main clause. And we explained how each clause affects the other part. Now we do have the main clause that is an independent part, or it gives you a complete meaning. And we have here the if clause is like the adverb clause. They are dependent clauses and they do not give a complete meaning by their own. So we're going to move on and see what we have here. You can see that we talked about conditional sentences with if. We took two types. We took the zero conditional and also the first conditional. And after explaining each structure here, we said that we could replace if using either when or unless in the sentence. But don't forget that when we use unless, the sentence has to have a negative meaning. And we also used other forms. Now we said that we can use may or might with if in the sentence. And I can also use I'd rather or I'd prefer. We have here the I and D together, I'd. They are for short for I would. Would is the past tense of will, which is also used with the if clause. Now basically this is what we took in the form, meaning, and function. We also related with another topic, which we have basically in Unit 5 about shopping, about advertisements. So we have here words connected with shopping habits. Now we took that there were three types of shopping. We have here the shopping mall and all the words connected. We do have also the small stores and also we have different words. And we did mention something about the online shopping and also the words connected with online shopping. Now, I'm going to do something with you now. We have here the structures that we took and also we have the words that are connected or related to shopping. And we are going to apply both of them and just have new sentences here or structure new sentences. So we're going to see the examples that we have here. The first sentence. You can find a wide range of products if you go to a shopping mall. So you can see here that we have here the if. If you go to a small store, you might find a more appealing atmosphere. If you shop online, you will get door-to-door delivery. When discounts start, a lot of people come to the mall. You can't shop in neighborhoods unless you find small stores. Now here in these sentences, you can see in the first sentence that I have the if clause in the second part of the sentence, and there is no comma. We have the second sentence, we have the if clause at the very beginning, and we did have our comma in the middle of the sentence. After that, you can see that also we have here the other part. We have the first conditional sentence using will. We, after that, replaced if using when in the sentence. So you can see it's the same idea, but we replaced if with when. We do have the clause at the very beginning, and there is the comma. So we have here when discounts start. This is the dependent clause, completing a lot of people come to the mall. And the last sentence that we have here, we can't shop in neighborhoods unless, you can't shop in neighborhoods unless you find a small stores. So you can see that we used in the sentence unless because there is a negative meaning. You can't shop. We have the very last sentence. You can see that we have here, if you pay by card, you may shop online. Here there is the part using may in the sentence with the if clause, like what we did in the second example when we used might. So you can see that there are different sentences applied here, and there is a combination between the words that we have learned here and we applied them within the structures. So this is the lesson that we have studied before, which is the form, meaning, and function lesson. Now we are going to go back to our basic topic. We have here, do you really need it? Which is the name or the title of the unit in general. So we have here in Unit 5, we studied basically about advertisements, as we mentioned. And now we are going to think about something else. Now, since we are talking about advertisements, about shopping, and we have learned a lot about it, we have learned different techniques in the listening lesson. We have the kind of shopping appeals, and we learned different vocabulary and phrases. And now we have an idea how to make any kind of advertisement attractive. We did read and learn about different types of advertisements in our book. So now we are going to imagine that we are, or you are, an advertiser. So in general, we are advertisers. We're going to imagine together. So just imagine that you have some kind of different product. Just imagine that you are given something and you are asked to advertise for this project. What are you going to do? How can you make this product attractive for other people to buy? What are the different techniques that you can use for advertising here this product? So just imagine that you're an advertiser. Imagine that you are asked to advertise a product. You are in marketing and you want to attract the customer. So what are we going to do? We have the question, what would you advertise? So here, this question is actually very interesting because you are going to think about certain products that you are interested in. So once you are interested in something, you will be more enthusiastic and excited to present this product and advertise for it. We have also another question. Have you ever had an idea? So sometimes when we are seeing different advertisements around us, we can see them on social media, we can see them online in general, we can see them in streets and in different places. Have you ever thought about a kind of advertisement that you have seen and thought about advertising the same product but in another way? Now, this is what we are going to do exactly in our lesson, which is going to be the project lesson in our unit. So we do have our new project for the day. So our lesson is going to be the last lesson in the unit. Do you really need it? We have reached the last part here, which is the project. Now, in our lesson, we have our objectives. The first objective is to compare between different advertisements. The second, to list the qualities of successful advertisements. Number 3, to research about different elements needed. 4, structure a project figure. So now we have the idea that we are going to make a project. We are going to think about a kind of project that we are already interested in, and maybe we have seen an advertisement for the project and we're going to advertise it in another way. So we're going to start. Now you do have the instructions mentioned in the book. We have number 1, work in pairs or groups. Think about the advertisements that you see, watch, or hear every day. So basically, we have here a general topic. We are going to discuss with our teams, with our groups, about different advertisements that we can discuss about and we see and watch every day. Now, once that we have agreed as a team on a certain product that we are all interested in, it is going to be easier to advertise for this project. They can be billboards, advertisements in magazines or newspapers, TV commercials, radio advertisements, and leaflets, stickers, and so on. So here, you have the complete freedom. You can think about different types of advertisements. They are not specific types. You can see them in different places. And once you have put in mind a different or type of advertisement here, you're going to just change it to something else. So we have agreed that we're going to choose a product or an advertisement. And this advertisement may have seen it actually anywhere. After that, we're going to choose one that you think is beneficial and helpful to people. So here, this is something very important, that you are going to choose a product which is actually useful. So you are not going to choose any type of thing that is in the market, you are going to choose something that is very useful and you think that it will be something that other people will benefit from. Now here we can see number 3, discuss and identify the product or service that is being advertised. So we're going to take the same advertisement. Now, for example, we have seen something in a billboard or maybe on TV or on social media. Now, the first thing that we are going to do together is to discuss the advertisement and see the advantages and the disadvantages of this product. After that, the target group, the text script or slogan that is being used. So we are going to see what are the different parts that are concerning this advertisement. Now, do you remember when we were talking about the writing lesson and we were talking about the advertising method or the advertising issue in general that is used in schools? So do you agree or don't agree? Now here we can see that the advertising at schools is generally directed to different students. So you are going to discuss, you're going to see, is it the advertisement for students, for children, for men, for women, for households in general? What do you think about it? And also you are going to discuss and analyze the advertisement in all ways. We are going to also see the image and the message that the advertisement is trying to get across. So any kind of advertisement has a target, it has an aim, and you do have to be aware of the complete aim here of the advertisement. Moving on. Once we have discussed the advertisement and we have analyzed who is the advertisement for, what is it about? What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? And what is the aim of it? We are going to have this kind of chart here, and we are going to fill the chart. Now here you can see that we have the same chart in your books. You are going to see, first of all, the product or the service. So there are different things. We have here the medium. So what is the medium that is used in the advertisement? Of course, we are going to here analyze the existing advertisement. So it can be billboard, radio, magazine, TV, newspaper, or any other method. The target group, who is it directed to? The text script or the slogan. So here you're going to see what is the script or what is written in general, what is the message that we have. The image or the design. So it depends on the product. You are going to write also what are the images or the designs that are used. The message in general, what is the aim here? And we have here special features or details if you're going to add. Now you are going to fill the first column here, which is about the existing project or the advertisement that you have analyzed and talked about together. After that, it comes your turn. You are going to think about the new advertisement, which is going to be basically the same product. So you are going to have one product. You are going to turn the existing or the old advertisement into a new advertisement, which you have chosen. Now you can change the script, you can change the message, you can change the complete design if you wish. So it depends on your innovation and the creativity that you work together as a team for. So for example, we have something that was seen in a magazine. You can turn it into a radio advertisement or on TV. You can turn it into a billboard. You can have the same type of advertisement, but change the complete design and the message that is used. So this is your project for the day. You are going to discuss the advertisement. You are going to list the points that we have here in the chart, and then you are going to write the new points that you are going to use. Moving on. We have here number 4. Create a new advertisement for the product. So as we mentioned, we are going to create a new advertisement. Use a different medium. If, for example, you have chosen a magazine advertisement, you might want to develop a TV advertisement for the same product or service. Use your notes to help you. So as we have just discussed, here you can find in the book the same instruction to just think about something else. So for example, if you have seen, for example, about a dishwasher liquid here, or a kind of soap that is seen in a magazine or a billboard, think about how you can turn it into a TV advertisement, how you can attract more people to use this kind of product. Now you can see here in number 5, if you decide to create a TV advertisement, remember to make a storyboard. Now, do you remember when we took this type of storyboard in Unit 4? We had our project to create a complete storyboard about a kind of movie or genre. So we have here, if on the other hand, you have decided to create a radio advertisement with people talking to each other, remember to write a script. Finally, if you decide to design a magazine or a billboard advertisement, make sure you prepare a sample with photos, colors, special fonts, etc. So whether you are going to use this type of storyboard in your advertisement, you are going to make a TV commercial or even a radio advertisement, remember that you do have to write a complete script. It's like a conversation between the people or the members that you are going to join in the advertisement here. Otherwise, if you're going to have something which is seen like a billboard or, for example, in a magazine, you can make sure that you have all the different elements that are needed. Now, there are mentioned here, which are the sample of photos, colors, and special fonts, and so on. So you have the freedom to choose any type of advertisement, and also the freedom to choose what kind of advertisement you are going to present. Now, number 6, role play. Take on the roles of advertising teams and clients, company executives of the product or service. Each advertising team has to present their new advertisement to the clients in a convincing manner so they can persuade them to agree to it. So it's not just about designing the project here or the advertisement. Part of the project is actually in the enjoyable way of role playing. So some people, they are going to act as consumers. Other people, they may act as the producers of the company. And other people, they may act as the advertisers. Now you are going to have different conversations and act as if it was true about this kind of product that you are going to present. At the very end, remember that the most important part here is teamwork, as we have agreed from the first unit that we have started. So at the very end of our lesson here, we have the outline of the day, which is to brainstorm.